Hey, happy Friday. It's another episode of Stage Door, a theater podcast that is hosted by a couple of average guys and for everybody that lives in Northwest Ohio and Southeast Michigan. Today, we are on location again recording, so you're going to hear a bunch of noise. You're going to hear, hopefully, a bunch of singing going on in the background, some costume fitting, some just people wandering in when they wander in. We are on location for Beauty and the Beast, being put on by 3B Productions. Joe might join us at the end of this. We're not sure. But in the meantime, we're going to start off with the guy who's playing Cogsworth, Bart, not Bert.
Exactly.
I can't believe that people call you that sometimes, though.
But then you just did, so I mean,
know,
it's pretty believable.
But I just did it just to be a wiener. But, it's like, to me, I don't quite understand. I've never met anybody named Bert in real life.
Yeah, well, I mean, to be fair, I've only met one other person named Bart, and it's the person I'm named after. So, not exactly common either way.
Well, I do. I grew up with a couple Barts, so Bartholomews. Huh. Yeah, a couple Bartholomews growing up. So it's to me, I guess. But it might be more of an older name, though. And you could be a dying breed over there.
Which is fair.
I
don't think Bartholomew is exactly like a riveting name. I think if it died out, the world wouldn't be worse.
They wouldn't care. There's like names like Gary and Judith and stuff like that.
You just named two that I think also should die.
Yeah,
but, I mean, that's fine.
Like
that's fine.
Ronald.
No, I just feel like Ronald. Well, maybe shouldn't speak
That's
about
an old
that one,
person
then.
name there. Yeah. So you play who?
Cogsworth.
And,
a clock.
And a clock. So I don't think there's too many people out there right now that are not unfamiliar with the show.
Right.
And Joe has done this show, he just told us 6 times.
6 times.
6 times.
Yes,
so
quite a few times. I know there were some people in the cast who were in it the last time he did it, which I think was 4 or 5 years ago.
No.
Was it longer?
The adult show, if they were in the adult
show.
But the teen show.
Oh, they would have had to been probably just a chorus member in the background or
because
something
I know
like
that some people were like dancers and stuff. Some people who are in the cast right now, their first 3B show was Beauty and the Beast.
Gotcha.
So it's kind of full circle for those people. But I'm different.
But he also did a teen show almost a decade ago, pretty much a decade ago.
Maybe it was that one. I just don't know how.
But they would have all been like 7 when that, because obviously, right? Because they're all 17,
Maybe it was
18
the adult
right
one.
now.
That's weird.
Yeah, cool.
Cogsworth, do you talk with an accent?
I do a little. I'm they call me the major domo, so I'm the head of the household, like a butler.
There
and
you
I
go.
talk like
All right,
this,
good.
and it goes up, and I'm very nervous. And then that's
That was perfect because when we were talking to you about coming. No, you're fine. No, you're fine.
I'm a loud laugher.
You're fine. When we were talking to you before you came on, you were like, "What is this? I don't know what's going on."
Yeah.
And I said, "Oh my gosh, this is perfect. He is Cogsworth in real life already.
Yeah.
A little bit nervous, a little bit anxious about what's going on."
I can be nervous at a moment's notice.
Yeah. So we're going to have all sorts of people walking by and having a good old time,
Cast
making noise,
members.
singing.
We're in a beautifully public area.
I love
so
that
there's gonna be a
everybody
lot of
walking
background
in
noise.
stops and is kind of like, am
What
I
the
allowed to come in? Are you
heck
supposed to
is
come
going
in?
on?
All right. So
what high
you-
school are you
Yeah.
from?
Well, I just graduated from Central Catholic.
Central Catholic.
I was in musicals there, too, and then I'm going to BG in the fall.
A 4.
All right.
I'm going to be studying art.
Art.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And-
Like is that just like it? Just art? No specific?
Technically, I'm undecided. So there's basically 2 paths, which is either the traditional art you would think of, like painting and such, and then you can also go digital art. So basically,
fine
I
arts
have
or digital arts.
Yeah, so I'm very good at the fine arts, and I basically have to decide: do I want to keep studying what I'm good at and what I know what I can do, or do I want to go into digital art, and which is probably going to make me more money,
Of course. Right.
and basically start from the ground up there. Yeah.
High schools. How many high schools would you say are represented in this play?
That is an excellent question. I am so bad at I'm so bad at remembering facts about other people. It's sad.
That's
I really should
okay.
have flashcards, but I mean, I would say there's 40 people in the cast around there, and not many of them come from the same high school. So I mean, some
Maybe
of them
20?
do. Probably 20.
20? So
maybe.
if there's a couple kids maybe from one school and then
yeah,
the rest
maybe
of them are all...
maybe a little bit less than 20, but 15 to 20. Yeah, I think people come here from all around, which is pretty nice.
So a 3B teen show
Yes.
means lots of kids from all over the place.
Especially the summer, because people can have more, travel time.
Yeah, Joe's
whereas-
made a real tradition, obviously, of getting some of the best of the best
Yeah,
to come
so
out
I
here
mean,
and do these.
it's a give and a take. I understand with doing the summer shows, because of course they do some during the year also, and so you usually have somewhat better attendance with during the year shows because there's no vacations.
Well, where do you live? Do you got to drive all the way out here?
No, it's about 20 minutes away.
20 minutes. Where's that mean?
But the problem
Mommy?
with the summer is that people just take vacations, and so like they miss a week, 2 weeks of rehearsals in there. Whereas, so there's usually more people in the summer, but
I
they
love
miss
it.
more,
People
I
keep
think,
coming in this door, freaking out
out.
and leaving.
There's another door, so they're like, let's cut our losses.
It
Yeah,
is funny,
so I mean, it's fun all
So
around.
have you done a 3B show before?
I've done exactly one before this, so I'm a bit of an amateur. In
What
terms
was
of
it?
other people, again, who are going to be, full circle with this one, I was in last year's summer show, which was Grease.
Oh.
So I was in that one, so that's when I got to know everyone. And then, I don't know, this is kind of a funny story, I'll derail. I was in last year's show with some people, some good people that I knew from other, community theater productions, and so they invited me to be in Grease. And then this year, they actually held auditions for Beauty and the Beast, and I wasn't there because I didn't really know about it, nor did I really want to audition because I was busy with college stuff. But then they needed more guys, so the people who I knew,
the mantra of every show out
yes,
there, they needed more guys.
Yes, so I was called in at 11:30 p.m. the night before callbacks, and so I got a text from my good friend Evan, who is Lumiere in the show, and he said, "Hey, we need more guys, and I know you can actually carry yourself. Do you want to come and do the show?" And I said, "Sure." So I showed up the next day at 8 p.m. and I auditioned. I sang a couple songs from the show, and now I actually got a part, which I was surprised about.
So you just wandered in and got the part.
Yeah, I mean, but Joe knew who I was. I wasn't some rando off the street, so I was able to just be like, "Hey, you know me
from a year ago.
a year ago." Yeah.
Wow, you really thought you made a huge impression 1 year ago. Huh?
Yeah.
Remember last year when I was the star of the show?
Yeah,
you want me again, right?
Remember 12 months ago when I was the understudy to one of the parts? Well, I'm back.
Meanwhile, we have people getting measured right now for
yes.
costumes.
Right next to us, yeah.
Because we're actually in 3B costume shop
Yes.
before, while they're rehearsing downstairs. So
Yes, and we picked a
very
nice
active.
hardwood floor so we can hear everyone's
Yeah.
footsteps.
No, I know. Everybody's kind of tiptoeing through. It's kind of
Yeah.
weird. It's almost reminiscent of when they all enter the castle of the beast.
Yes,
Some-
it's very spooky.
Some guy is measuring people.
Is he wearing a
I
grease
don't know
shirt?
who
See,
he
she's
is.
got a grease shirt walking
Yeah,
by.
see, I have one of those, in fact.
Yeah.
A hot pink grease shirt for musical theater.
All right.
So you were an understudy, you said, in the last
I was
show?
an understudy. I mean, an understudy. I mean, to those of you who have seen the Grease movie, this is going to mean nothing to you. But in the musical, there's a more substantial part of Eugene, who's a nerd that they shove into
Yeah,
lockers
Eugene, yeah.
and such. Yeah, I was the understudy, and actually, that was Evan. Evan was Eugene, and I was his understudy. And then Evan was like, "Hey, you're talented. You're my understudy. Come be in the show.
Come
So, I mean, look at that.
audition for the show.
Yeah,
That's very
connections.
cool.
So,
very cool.
I
All
got
right.
to be shoved into a locker once for understudy night, and that was fun. And that
It
was
was
good.
the pinnacle of his career.
Uh,
It was
oh,
great. Launched
yes.
it.
Until now.
Until now.
Until now.
Until now.
Yeah.
He gets to be the clock.
Yeah. This is actually similar character archetype. Now that I think about it, maybe I'm typecast.
Is it?
The nervous glasses wearing
Oh,
person
wow.
who's trying to keep the rules intact
Embrace
while everyone
it.
else just
Embrace it.
yeah, everyone else just is ruining his day constantly.
That's all.
Yeah.
Just embrace that and go with it and be the best clock you can be.
That's what I say every day. That's what I wake up and I say.
Evan, I recognize you.
Really?
I've met you before. Long time ago. Gabriel's my son, so I met you a while ago.
Oh, okay.
Long time ago. You were at a New Year's Eve 2020 party or something like that.
Oh my god!
I know. It's been a long time.
Wait, which one was it?
Gabriel. So Gabriel Amler is my son, and he was at Riggenbach.
Oh, Riggenball. Yeah, I know them. Ellie's one of my best friends.
There you go.
So.
So he was there at the 20. It was like this 20s bash.
Oh yeah, we dressed all 1920s.
Yeah, see, it's okay. You don't have to know who the old guy is. That's perfectly fine. Because it's easier for me to remember the couple kids that I see that I'm like, oh, who's that? Who's that? Than it is for you, I think, to remember all the old farts walking around you. So
So was it Bart that said he used to be your understudy and now he's better than you? Was that?
he did say that.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, so you're opposite of Cogsworth. You are.
I'm Lumiere.
Lumiere.
And do you have to walk around with your hands up like
Oh
candlesticks?
yes, I do. I have to walk around with
You don't
big
get any hands at
candlesticks.
all?
No.
No hands at all?
Nope. For
So-
the whole show.
So
holding up candlesticks.
when you're backstage, do they easily come off, or they put them back on? I'm worried about restroom breaks.
Well, I haven't quite used them yet, but I believe they're like gloves.
Oh,
And I
okay.
hold on to them, but they actually light up, and I can turn them on and off at certain
Awesome.
scenes. So,
Oh,
yeah.
so in the scene when they bust into the castle, you'll probably have your candles off.
Yeah.
It's dark
Yep.
and scary and gloomy.
know.
Get
And
'em!
then, when you get them, you turn it on, that kind of thing.
Or when
Yeah.
you're chasing after the feather duster,
Oh, Babette,
Babette. Yeah.
Who's being played by?
who's being played by Emma Majewski.
Yeah, we know.
We've
her.
heard of
She's
her,
been on the
yes,
show already
twice.
Oh,
So we
really?
need to talk about her anymore. She's got enough. She's got enough airtime here. So, but that is a very unique, very fun character, obviously, and you have a really huge signature song. No pressure.
Yeah, I know, right? It's been like really hard to get the accent right because in certain scenes it's like you just want to go into British or like Russian or I think of like Kizzy Girl like from Little Mermaid.
Little Mer-
Like I'm trying not to make it sound
Sebastian.
Jamaican, right?
Oh my God,
So
that's
what
funny.
is? Can you give us a sample of this French accent?
Be our guest, put our service to the test.
That's perfect.
All right,
That's
kids, come
perfect.
out and see moms,
No,
dads,
it's
bring your
good.
kids.
Thank you.
As long as you don't start sounding like a vampire,
Yeah.
you're probably
yeah,
fine.
like blah, blah, blah.
Blah, guess, blah. You'll be fine. So that's cool
Right.
though. But you have this no pressure song, all this kind of stuff. That's like the big song
Big
in the
song.
show, isn't it?
Yeah.
I feel like it's that one, and then of course when they're dancing, when Mrs. Potts sings.
Oh,
Then,
yeah.
when it's that Beauty and the Beast song, that one's obviously the other big one. So no pressure between you two guys though. But you don't have to make an appearance in the show for a little bit, do you?
No, because they have Belle. They have like that song Belle, and then they have all of these Gaston songs. So
But you're not
I
a
get a few
villager in
breaks.
the meantime?
No.
Because you got to be in
because I'm in full costume, but
Yeah,
I
that's,
mean,
that's
that's
the
great,
thing with
right?
this show. Though.
he
They
doesn't
probably,
even show up till Act 4 or something.
Right, so you were nowhere to be seen. Everybody's there, and then you make this grand entrance, obviously. But that is kind of a different thing with this kind of show, though. I never even thought about that. I'm glad you brought that up. And that's the costuming in this show is over the top.
Yeah.
Everybody in this show is over the top. Mrs. Potts is a teapot and has no use of one of her arms, also, because she's
Yeah.
and then Chip is just a cup and it's just a head sticking out, right? Is that Chip?
well, so Chip decided to change her costume this year,
Oh.
so she's gonna be full body.
Oh, okay.
Just for more movement.
Oh,
It won't
okay.
freak as many kids out. So that's what we're doing. But yeah, as an enchanted object, like you have to like give it like your all because it's like very important to make it seem like enchanted and magical
Yeah.
compared to all these villager people who are supposed to be like real life people. So
And there's absolutely no way, like Ron said, for you to be able to be another character because the costuming
Yeah.
and the makeup and everything that
Yeah.
you have,
Yeah.
you can't even blend into the crowd at all.
absolutely.
And did we
yeah.
get what high school you're from?
I'm from Anthony Wayne High School, but I graduated, so I'm going to be going to UT.
Nice,
All right.
nice, cool. Because so we're up to like we talked about earlier. There's going to be probably
5,
20,
6, yeah,
there's
20
at least 20,
20
in
high
this
schools
show.
here.
Have you done
Oh,
stuff
wow.
with 3B in the past?
Oh yes,
Yeah?
I've done like every teen show that I could. Like
Grease last year.
Hairspray, Grease, Legally Blonde.
Oh, you were in Legally Blonde. I
Yes,
saw
I
that perform at
was.
Octa too.
Yeah, I was there.
Yeah, cool. I love seeing like little what's the right word? Little nit bits. I don't know. I'm screwing up the word. Little piecey parts of things everywhere where I see all
Yeah.
these people and I see you over here and over there and I don't even realize that I've seen you in these things. So it's nice to hear like, oh, you were up on that stage, up on the Octa.
And of course,
performances.
I love doing the adult shows like
Yeah.
Rocky Horror.
Oh, you
and
did Rocky
Rock
Horror
of
too?
Ages. Yeah, I
You
do.
did Rock of Ages too?
I did Rock of Ages.
Dude,
I
you
did
are
Shrek.
a hardcore 3B
I love
person.
it. I love it. It's
Nice.
so fun.
Did you do Adam's Family at Anthony Wayne?
I did. I was Lucas.
Oh, okay.
So you're pretty good.
Yeah.
You're pretty good then. So you're playing
you.
Lucas, you're playing Lumiere, you're playing all these other little parts all over the place. So, well, it's all right. Cool. Well, that's it, man. Thanks for taking a little bit of time
Thank
here
you
and
so
sitting
much.
down with us.
No problem.
And Ron said you're going to buy 2 or 3 tickets, right?
Bring in the grandkids.
That's a great idea.
Oh, that's a great idea.
grandkids. So you and like three tickets then? 3 grandkids.
7.
Oh,
No, it'll be 1.
1. Just the girl. Gotcha. All right, man. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you so much.
All right, bye.
Bye.
So Abe, you I've heard good things about you,
Okay.
but I've
Really?
never seen you.
Surprising.
Maggie's like, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. So, but I have. I've heard good things about you, but I haven't never got to actually see you perform.
Oh, okay.
So maybe I will come and see this show then.
you should, definitely.
You're fresh off of a Croswell performance.
Yes, I was just at Footloose up at the Croswell, which was a lot of fun. And that was absolute blast. And I'm doing Anything Goes there right now as well.
And you're playing who today?
Wait, what? You're doing all 3 of these shows at the same time?
I am. Well, they've been a bit of a. There was doing 3 shows at once for a little bit. I was doing Footloose, Anything Goes, and Beauty and the Beast for about 2 weeks. So thanks to all 3 of my directors for working with each other.
Are you chugging protein shakes on the road?
I
how are
sure
you doing
am.
that?
All the monsters on the road,
Yeah,
right? Just
yeah.
like chugging those.
All the monsters. I
But,
didn't think about that.
oh yeah, for sure. You gotta keep the energy up to do 3 shows, but it's a lot of fun. And then
But you
Yeah.
only have a small part in this one.
I already
Oh,
love
yeah,
it though
tiny.
because
Oh,
he's
yeah,
already
really
being
small.
obnoxious and overbearing and hogging the microphone, just like
Yeah.
Gaston would do.
Yep.
Exactly.
While Belle
Gaston.
sits over there just waiting for him
Quietly.
to shut up.
Yeah, waiting for him to shut up and leave.
exactly.
Maggie, so
Yes.
you're a Bowling Green high school student.
Yes.
So you're Bowling Green High School, and Abe, you are with
Toledo Christian.
Toledo Christian. See, so we're getting a nice big mix of people, which is
The
always
cream of the
case.
crop from every high school.
Yeah, it's always the case with Joe and
Yeah.
his 3B production shows. So if you guys have not gone and seen any of these team productions out there, then you guys need to make sure you go out and see Joe's.
And we've just heard Maggie singing in the other room.
And you were kind of okay.
You
Yeah.
want to come and see this show
She's
because
decent.
she's
Yeah.
just knocking
Not as good
it.
as Abe.
Nah.
Wow. Abe is amazing. This is all
right.
sarcasm. All sarcasm.
Sheesh.
She's knocking it out. Bring the little ones, the little kids.
So you've done. I have seen you do some stuff though, Maggie.
Yeah.
So going from not seeing Abe do jack squat, I have actually seen. I've even seen you in a cabaret.
Yeah,
Oh.
we're all together now.
Yeah.
One.
Yeah, that was the first time I'd ever seen. No, that was the second time I'd
And-
seen you because I saw in Adam's Family in the background.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah, I was
I
a
was
ghost.
with you in Adam's Family,
Yeah.
and
You were a ghost. You said in the
Yeah.
background.
yeah, dead girl. And
Yep.
and one day, Wednesday, couldn't make
Oh,
it to
yes.
rehearsal, and Maggie stepped in and blew us all away in rehearsal. What a voice. We all were just stunned. And I said, someday I'll be in the background and you'll be the star.
There you go. And
But I
she was
was-
only 10 then, right?
Yes. She was only 10 then, yeah.
I was like,
2019?
Yeah.
was like-
Are you a senior?
no.
No.
Well, yeah, I'm going.
Going
into
to be a
senior
senior.
year.
Okay.
15,
I was
14?
like 14.
14?
Yeah.
14.
14,
Yeah.
and she was the best singer in the whole cast.
Well, I
Think
disagree
so.
with that.
I also disagree with
And
that.
then in the cabaret, she was the best singer in the
I
whole
disagree.
cast.
And Abe wasn't even thinking about singing at that point in time, were you?
No,
You
not
were
at all.
14, you were just hanging out at home doing stuff, right?
I think I did my first musical at 14, yeah.
Oh, yeah? What was that one?
It was Annie Get Your Gun, and
Oh,
it was a
that's-
6-month COVID musical, one of those, and it felt like forever, but that
A
was a lot of fun.
6-month COVID musical?
Yeah, I mean, we started in January, and then we had to take our 3-month of online rehearsals, right?
Oh, boy.
And then we performed in July, end of July.
Ron, have you seen that show?
No.
Me
Oh,
neither.
Annie Get Your Gun? Yeah, I've seen that show.
I've never
yeah.
seen
Never seen Annie Get Your Gun.
I've
Oh,
seen
it seems
it.
like such
I've
an
seen it,
old
yes.
musical that
It's
I
a
wouldn't
little
wanna see.
outdated in many
Nicole
aspects.
Navarre. Nicole Navarre was Anne.
Okay.
Oh, what's
What
she
is
in?
it about? Just real fast before we
Annie
go
Get Your Gun.
totally off
Oh,
the rails.
that's not good. A question.
It's about a lady with a gun who's really good at shooting, and
Like Annie Oakley? Is that what it is?
Yes,
Yeah,
Annie
yeah,
Oakley.
It is
Yeah.
sexist.
yeah, and this guy is like, I'm better than you, and she's like, no, but at the end she gives up for him, which I hate. But
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh
exactly.
my gosh! So the point of that musical is that it's so dated that you just keep being misogynistic,
Yeah.
and eventually you'll break the
Exactly.
woman into loving you.
It's horrible.
Yeah.
so it's really just
that's kind of Abe's whole character.
Yeah, yeah, Gaston.
yeah. So Gaston
That's
is
true.
exactly that.
doesn't
jerk.
work.
That's
Yeah.
accurate. Yeah,
Yeah, he's like-
100%.
Dogs, no strapping boys,
Strapping
like
boys
me.
like me. Exactly.
So you have that big, amazing opening, like when you try and go and see her. I love that scene when you're trying to fight through the crowd.
Oh, yeah.
So tell some people like what the heck that's even all about there. So you're trying to do that.
Yeah. So,
So
my
anybody who
character.
hasn't actually seen the musical,
2 people in the world.
yeah,
So so my character is the talk of the village. He's just everyone loves him, everyone's obsessed with him, right? And but he has his eyes set on this one girl who he thinks is the most beautiful in the town.
Obviously, I
And
can see her right
obviously, and So we just got called from our
Cast
director.
members.
But yeah, and he's basically, his whole life's goal is just to win her, and he really doesn't love her, but she's another trophy to put on his shelf.
Absolutely. So you guys got to leave?
We gotta
Is
leave.
that what you
Yeah.
got to do?
They're getting
what are you
called
guys
on?
Gotta go.
important in the show, apparently, I guess, huh?
No.
No, not at all. Well, I'm going to come see the show. I'm going to try.
Yay.
I'm not going to
Awesome.
say I'm
You
going
should.
to. I've only seen it like 6 or 17 times.
All
But,
Joe.
yeah, all Joe shows. That's true. No, I have actually seen one in Oregon as well.
Oh.
But you two I do want to see because I know you're great and I haven't seen you and I want to see how great you are.
He's
All
pretty
right,
okay.
all right. We'll
It's pretty
see,
okay.
We'll
Cool,
see.
cool,
Thank
cool.
you for having us.
Yes,
Thank you
thanks
so
for coming
much.
on. Okay, that's pretty much it because they have stuff to do. We can't sit here all day. We're crashing their rehearsal. We've went and talked to Cogsworth for a little bit. Delightful guy Bart, and then we just got these two guys. So make sure you guys come out and see the show. We didn't even get to tell you when it was, so I guess you're just gonna have to figure it out. And follow us on our link. Do you know when it is, Ron? It's in a couple weeks.
Couple
Weeks. So
Yeah.
when this airs, look for it in 2 weeks from there. Okay, so it's the last weekend of, or the second to last weekend in July. We'll figure it out. We'll make sure we share. When we share this podcast, you'll all know. Okay. Thanks for listening, guys. Bye.